Hello, this is Adam Henderson. Today I'm bringing you another game from the Word Cup that I participated in just a few days ago. It was a 5 day national championship tournament. WePo is one of the two Scrabble organizations. I do not favor one organization over the other. I think they are both great organizations. I would encourage both of these organizations to get together and put their differences aside and collaborate with some bigger tournaments in the future. But I'm not sure if that's going to happen at least anytime soon. So for now, I'm just going to endorse both organizations. Both, in my opinion, have their strengths and weaknesses. And anyway, the one I attended this past weekend was Word Cup, and this will be my sixth game of the tournament. Was not doing so great. I was doing 2 and 3, but it's not terrible. But I was playing a very strong opponent in Jim Sherill, and you can see that his rating is 1800. I believe it was a little bit less than that at the time that we were playing, but he did very well in this tournament. So let's take a look at this game. So Jim goes first and plays Ohio. Do not know what his racks were. And that goes here as to not put a vowel above the or below the double letter score, which is common Scrabble strategy for the opening move. And I had a choice of quite a few bingos here. I had severe, I had reserve. I think I had one more. Oh, I didn't see overseer. Okay. Yeah, that would have been better than what I did. I decided to go with reserve. I was, yeah, I had also reveres. And I also had reverse. I think I started out by playing reverse, but I didn't like all the hooks that reverse had. And so I liked that reserve had. I just liked the placement of this, so I went with reserve on this move. Overseer is a better move, so it was a slight miss. But I think I was just having a lot of nerves, and I didn't take the time to see if there was a word starting with over, which I should have done. And here he plays Jen. And over here, I drew the first blank. And I thought that unhorned was a word, but it is not. I played over unhorned really quickly. And I almost got away with it. Jim held for quite a while. He said he thought it was good. Eventually, he did come around to challenging off. And it's unfortunate that unhorned is not a word. There is a lot of words that I was fairly confident it was good. He was fairly confident it was good when he challenged it as well. But one of the things about playing triple triples is you have to be more than when you're the one playing it. You have to be more than just 75% confident, which is what I was. You need to be closer to 100% confident because your opponent is almost going to challenge the triple triple every time if there's any doubt at all. And he only had a slight bit of doubt. The thing that made unhorned seem like it was going to be a word to me was that there are a lot of words that begin with un and end in ed. Um, and there's a lot more words that begin in un and end in ed that begin in un and end in s. Because I don't know. I think it's due to the way I'm not entirely sure how to explain it. I do think that the Funkin' Wagnalls had a lot of unwords that got added, and so that may be one of the primary reasons. But it's also just English convention, I think. But yeah, that was a very unfortunate for me. I think this move alone actually cost me the game of playing unhorned. I got overconfident. I felt like I was just going to run him over. And overconfidence is not a good trait to have in Scrabble. It's also not good to be underconfident. You're always wise players are always trying to find a good moderation between being overconfident and underconfident. I've been overconfident quite a few times, and I've been underconfident quite a few times. The times that I've been underconfident often come with playing a very strong player like Rafi Stern or Ori Swift, but I believe the confidence in playing the very strongest players in Scrabble is just going to come over time and experience. But yeah, for now I'm still learning as a player, and this was kind of a harsh lesson. And so he plays Unai, so he's by no means I'm still favored to win this game, but you'll see that things did not go well. So I have a lot of options here. I have Hungover, which I didn't see. I have Hounder here, which I didn't see. Ruffin. I'm not sure if I would have seen those plays. I think I really wish the analyzer would not prioritize moves that put up a tile into the triple letter lane. I think that's something that could be improved on by Cesar. But yeah, these moves are inferior. So instead, I didn't want to spend a whole lot of time thinking about the best move here. So I settled on unhorse. And after that, Jim just plays Quinn, and I'm suddenly over 80 points, and it's my move. I should be winning this game. And so I'm sure I'm still feeling fairly good about how things should go. I have this rack. Oh, I had wool hat for 52. Yeah, that would have been it's a word I know, so I should have found this word, but I didn't. One thing about playing in nationals for me personally is that I get a lot more anxiety when I'm playing than I would if it was just a Woogles game. I want to say if this was like a Woogles game, I probably would have seen Wool Hat. But because of that I just made such an awful mistake, that was still kind of tilting me a little bit. And I think that was probably why I didn't get to see Wool Hat. Instead, I just played Ow here, which is 20 points less, but still a good score, especially considering the lead I had. So his next move is bod. So I still have a 76-point lead, and it's my turn. I should be doing great in this game. I just need to be careful about just take my time on each move, and it shouldn't be a difficult win on this position, even though it did sting losing that turn early in the game. Oh, so I did have quinoa here, which I missed. But instead I wanted to play gloat, which scores a good number of points. You can see that's the second best after quinoa. It's probably very close as far as valuation. I do tend to prefer tile turnover, especially when there's a blank out and S's and Z's and things like that. So gloat comes down, and his next play is axe for 32. I'm lucky he didn't have something stronger coming down from H11 down to the triple word score. And my rack is still okay. I still have the quinoa play, which again I should have found, but I didn't. Instead, I was more concerned about this A column here and possible huge plays on the A column, so I blocked that with room, and also room takes a good number of fun extensions I can possibly play in the end game. All right, so the next play is nips. So no worries on this play. He's still just in that last exchange he went down 4 more points. I'm just increasing my lead. I should be able to, if I play carefully, to coast to victory in this game. But I did get a little bit of a tricky rack to play through here. I spent a long time on this play, and I ended up playing Ultra because I saw that the main, I guess bod takes a hook there, but I can't really use the hook. So if I want to start blocking, I want to block that R in reserved. And I felt like Ultra was a good way to do that. Now, it doesn't completely block because you have words that can be slotted with the N or the N. But I, after taking a long time, I felt like that was the best thing to do. I did have Latin here as a scoring play, but it keeps LU, but I just didn't see that one. I have Alula for 18. That scores better, but opens the board rather than closing it. A tilt does the same thing. Tulsi scores fewer points. It creates another bingo lane, which is not something I really want to do, but it does leave better. So Ultra, it keeps LIT, which is not really ideal. I believe it takes the S. So it's not really ideal there either. Let's see what else I had. I had Troll. Yeah, that's no good. Titular. Yeah, that would have been better than Ultra for sure. That's much harder to that lane on the 5 row is much harder to hit after Titular. I wish I would have seen that. But Ultra was what I played. Alright, I gotta open my phone again. See where Vac gets played. Vac was the next play. So he's cleaning up his rack for a bingo. And I have this rack, and I should have taken this time to find ways to block the bingo lane below bod, but I just could not. I'm not sure what whether I was just not looking there, or I missed the spot, or what I was thinking. I went with Finn here rather than just trying to score points, hoping that I could outrun any bingo. But he did get his bingo down. And suddenly he's almost all the way caught up with me, which was disconcerting. And I have this rack which I can't really score hardly anything on. So yeah, not the greatest. I felt like I was already blowing the game at this point, so it was really putting a lot of pressure on me. So Taxer does score some good points. I didn't see the Costa and Taxer play. Janips keeps a really good leave. It's also something I didn't catch. G just doesn't look like a good move. Same with this one. There's just, you're giving way too much back. So Dig does look okay here. Is that what I ended up? I didn't play Dig. I ended up playing Dell. I think Dig is slightly better, but I was hoping to get a bingo myself. And he plays Yank. So now he's taken the lead by 3 points. And I had actually miscounted my score on one of the plays because I had my score as 276 here, not 279. And here's my next rack. So I went with Ticked, which was the best play here. And he plays Weft. And here's where I started to really kind of self-destruct. I drew a really challenging rack with AAGGTTY. Saying gay is the best play here. Is that what I end up playing? No, it's not what I played. I wanted to get rid of both the G's and the Y, so I ended up playing Aggie, which doesn't look terrible. Yeah, I don't really like Laggy because I think I may have even saw this play and may have been unsure of it. I went with Aggie, which seems fine. To which he plays up a bye, which is pretty aggressive play. I have this, don't have any bingos. I don't think that has any bingos in it. Oh, Arnato, okay. But Arnato, I didn't see Arnato, but it doesn't play on this board. So I just went with Trout here for 18. Apparently Tau plays one fewer. There's plenty of vowels. And there's 4 tiles in the bag. I think Trout was probably a mistake. Tau scores 5 more points. And I could have had chances after Tau. But I kind of panicked. I wanted to get at least one of either the Z or the blank. So that's why I played all 4 with Trout. And he plays C's. Hold on. And he put the rest of what he might have had here. So he probably had 2 other E's after that. Okay, so he plays C's. And then I have this rack. The score is 251 to 351 to 360 according to our tracking. You can see here that it should have been 354 to 360, but just given this, I don't think I had anything that wins. L would have been 20, but he just can go out easily. So whatever I play here, I just lose. So I ended up playing Alien. And he just plays Eves to go out. I have to pass, and he wins the game 362 to 363. So rough game. The biggest mistake I made was getting overconfident and playing a phony triple. When you play triples, you need to be absolutely 100%, or at least very close to 100%. I believe I was only like 75% that unhorned was good. I thought it was good because I had played it before as a phony. And that's why I was remembering the word. But yeah, it's unfortunate. That's how it goes sometimes. But yeah, I made some other smaller mistakes in this game. There's no reason to beat myself up over this game, especially since the mistakes I made in this game were relatively minor. Anyway, Jim Sherill, a very strong opponent. He played well to overcome a big deficit to come back and win this game. So thanks for watching. If you have any thoughts, put it in the comments below, and please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.